Welcome everyone to the Breakers Stadium this morning here for this Youth League men's semi-final between the Sydney Comets and the Hills Hornets. The Hills Hornets finished their season in second position with a 16-6 record, and the Sydney Comets finished in third also with a 16-6 record. So head to head, the Hills Hornets had the Comets on paper. I'd like to welcome Maria Nordstrom to the commentary seat to join me with this game today. So welcome, Maria.
Thank you, Scott. Should we have a good game in front of us. Just came from the game next door where we have the Penrith Panthers playing against the Crusaders, and it's a very big, strong battle that they have on their hands in there. So we're looking forward to this game. They've obviously been neck to neck all season, so it'll be good.
The Comets win the tip. They've got a few of their champ boys back after they bowed out of the finals last week against Maitland. Block shot there by Liam Moss from the Hornets, denying Bryn Williams the triple. There he is, Bryn Williams. Super quick guard for the Comets, hard to guard, finds the basket for 2 points. Kieran Fitzgerald can't find the triple. And the Comets finding the basket early. As usual, these first quarters, Marie, they tend to be a arm wrestle.
Tends to be an arm wrestle, but Comets are looking like they're finding their rhythm early. So we'll see how Hills go getting into the game.
Faking warning's been called. Well, they're going to the interior early.
Two points.
The killer crossover. Hills just got caught up on the matchup, switched it out with a big on a little, and Matu goes to work to find the basket for a 6-0 lead.
Looking at Comets coming out really aggressive on defense, making it difficult for Hills Hornets to actually get into any rhythm. Another 2 points.
Yeah, Matu's deadly around the key, around the edge of the key. He's a 90% shooter from there, so you've got to get a hand to him. And so the Hills are rushing their offense, and I think there has to be a timeout there.
Yeah.
With that triple, it's 11-0. 7 minutes 31 in the first quarter. And Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, the New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports, Marketing, PCYC, Cedar College, New South Wales, Sydney Kings, Sydney Uni Flames, and Allied Couriers. So thank you to all our partners. Without these guys, these weekends could not be put on. So thank you to all our sponsors and partners out there, and for our listeners, please support our partners. Without them, we can't get these things off the ground. Well, that's a big start for the Comets, 11-0. You know, they last time these two teams met, it was really close. It was tight. It was only a 4-point or 5-point ball game. The Comets have definitely done their homework and have come out firing in this first quarter to force the Hills Hornets into an early timeout. 11-0. Sometimes it's going to be hard to recover from that, but Hills just need to find their way and just settle into the game.
Yeah, I think, this, as you said, this is a tussle of the first quarter and getting into it early. The aggressive defense, set up by the Comets has really set them up for that 11-0 lead.
And they've extended their pressure. They're still up the floor, sticking to the game plan. And we're going to go to the on-ball early. Jaden Prakash, no good. Yeah, just sort of forcing Hills out of their rhythm. I mean, Hills are a very good three-point shooting team, but haven't found the basket yet. Comets playing some disciplined basketball.
Good block. And block at the other end of the floor as well. And the Hills are finally on the scoreboard. By 2 points, yeah.
You were thinking about still doing your score table last weekend at the State Cup.
Well, I haven't done that for 20 years, so there you go.
Hills looking to attack early. Still can't find the basket there from behind the perimeter. Like there's some cling wrap on the ring down there, Maria, maybe.
Well, they're not having much luck. The ball can bounce either way. Comets defense is really good at getting a good rotation and certainly very strong on the boxing out and the defensive rebounds. So they're on the hunt to get through to the grand final by the look of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what these weekends are all about. Like, it doesn't matter what you've done during your regular season. You just got to win these games.
Absolutely.
There we are. Jaden Prakash finds the triple. The score's now 11-5 in the Comets' favour still. That might settle the Hornets into the game a little bit. Yeah, triple.
Triple by number 7.
Alexander Higgins Fishka. There we go, Prakash with back-to-back triples. 14-8 Comets way. William Johnson comes off the down pick to hit the three. 17-8. Prakash seems to be doing it on his own here on the stick back. (17-10). A little bit of extended pressure there by the Hornets.
And they certainly stepped up their defense, leaving less room for the Comets to actually run their offense. A foul called on the Hills Hornets.
Number 6, Kieran Fitzgerald. Maybe his first personal. And Max Wallner will shoot the front end of 2 shots. Gets the user-friendly roll. Two from 2. Takes the lead out to 9, 19-10. 3 minutes 50 to go in this first quarter. It's quite a high-scoring quarter. straight into Crash.
The cash.
Finding his cash.
Found him, definitely. He's up to.
Oh, he would have 10 of the 12, I would guess, Nelly.
Yes.
Or at least 8. Oh, a little Euro move. Little Euro step. Finds the basket, draws the foul on 13 for Hills.
And a bonus for Max Wallner.
The foul's been assessed to Patrick Tyrrell.
No, Pac Tyrrell. No, Max Wallner.
Max Wallner's shooting the free throw.
Yep.
He'll get the bonus, 21-12. Hills get the ball back. Liam Moss just controlling the offense here. Hard to defend.
Liam Moss to the line for 2 shots.
And Hills make the substitutions. Kieran Fitzgerald takes a rest. And Marcus Duffy checks into the game for his first lot of minutes. Moss hits the first. Back to back on that. 21-14, the Comets still in front. They've been in control of this game since the tip-off. The Hornets just need to come up with some stops. Normally that's money there from a 2. But he rims it out. There's a chance for the Hornets to attack. And Liam Moss finds the way. Forces the Comets into a timeout. 21-14, or 21-16 with 2 minutes to go.
Basketball New South Wales is excited to announce the continuation of the Sydney Kings HSC program for 2020, which is delivered in partnership with Cedar College and the Sydney Kings. The program is aimed at year 11 and 12 students, providing them with an opportunity to complete their HSC studies within the sport and community setting. To learn more, visit www.cedarcollege.newsouthwales.edu.au. That is www.cedarcollege.newsouthwales.edu.au.
What a fantastic program, Maria, to have kids involved in our sport and gain something out of it through the college.
Through the college. Now, it's a nationally very interesting program because they're allowed to finish their senior schooling and at the same time have a internship in sport or events management. So either with the Sydney Kings or with Basketball New South Wales or with actually netball or hockey, they can actually provide them with the internship in sports management. So we have 2 kids that work in our office 1 day a week and learn about what sports management is all about. So it's a very good program.
Absolutely fantastic. So back to the action. Timeout by the Comets there with a late run from Hornets. Hornets have sort of clawed their way back into this.
Three points to Comets, number 8, Ernest Docker.
Just when you think you've got the answers, along come stick back.
Turnover by the Comets.
Bit early in the offense to drain in that triple. Going inside. Oh, the bank is open.
Not sure he called that back.
No, he didn't. Julian Markworth Scott for the triple off the glass. Pushes the lead out 27-18. Moss no good. Both teams are evenly matched in size. They don't particularly have a height advantage in either team. Maybe the Comets just have the edge on them, but
no, very strong athleticism across the board, but there are no major 5 centres in there really to give them the height. Yeah. They're quite evenly sized, yeah. Steal by Hills Hornets, gives them into transition, and 2 points by number 11.
Ziki Kipinya.
You do that so well.
There's an ex-Coast kid. Comes from up here.
Oh, right.
Another turnover by the Comets. We'll see if they can capitalise here. Cash no good. Here they come. The foul's been assessed to number 10, Jaden Prakash.
And number 4 to the line.
Bryn Williams.
Makes the first one. Takes the score to 20-28.
$29-20 on his second. Last 10 seconds of this quarter. Duffy in the corner.
Another 3-pointer.
Cuts the lead back to 6. Right on quarter time there. 29-23.
This could actually even up, as the game progresses. Certainly the game is getting a lot more intense and even, isn't it? So.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a fairly high-scoring quarter, 29 points to 23. You know, if that's the case, if they sit down that way, they're on their way to a 120-point ball game. I don't think that'll happen. I think as the fatigue sets in and the desperation grows, as the game goes on.
The shooting percentage will go down, but because at the moment their shooting percentage from the 3-point line is will be high.
Yeah, quite high. Yeah.
Yep. And wait for the actual stats to come through, so we can share that with the audience. We will also like to thank Spalding, who is our official board partner for Basketball New South Wales and also our naming rights sponsor for the league for this year. We have obviously had our official Spalding ball for the league available for the last 12 months. And if you're interested to purchase one, you can go to our online store on www.bnsw.com.au to purchase your ball today.
They're a lovely basketball too, Maria. I know my boys this year, they enjoyed playing with the Spalding. They like the feel of it. It's a lot different to our old partner.
Yeah.
It's thanks to Spalding because they supply all our teams in this league with basketballs.
Absolutely, supply basketballs into the league for all the teams to participate. And we've also got a sponsorship to provide balls for our sporting schools programs for at least one of the terms during the year. So they provide us with thousands of balls to actually get our kids going with basketballs and bouncing in the street.
Absolutely. Yeah. And look, I think the other thing, if you go on, Sporting has some great end of season gifts for coaches and managers and stuff. They've got folders that can be personalised, basketballs can be personalised. They've got travel bags. They've got a whole range of great stuff. If you're looking for a gift for your coach or your manager or someone in your team for the end of the season, head over to our website as well, and you'll be able to see that on our online store.
Yeah, look very smart indeed as well. All right, so we're in here for the second quarter, and the Hills Hornets with the ball.
So our leading scorers for that quarter from Hills, Jaden McCrash had 10. Patrick Tyrrell, he had 3. And Marcus Duffy had 3. For the Comets, Max Wallner 6. And Bryn Williams 4.
All right. And the points count for number 9.
Liam Moss.
Liam Moss. And with a bonus.
So it's back to 6.
And the bonus counts, taking the score down back to...
We're just waiting for an update on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, it should be 24-29.
Actually, might even be more, is it? I don't know if they put that last 2
Oh,
up.
no, they haven't. So it's 26-29.
Yeah.
We're back to 3.
And
So-
there is number 5 for the Comets, William Johnson, finding the triple. Just when the Hornets seem to have the answers, the Comets come back and they either drain a 3 or take a big shot and make it.
Yeah, make that.
Jaden for Crash. He's come to play today. He's got his A game on. He's leading all scorers with 12 points right now. He's hard to guard. He has that step back and that crossover.
Yes, very quick as well.
And looks like the Hornets have come out a little bit smaller in this quarter. Going a little bit small ball. Which means Comets have to guard a smaller guard. They're bigs. The Crash. Too close. Needs to be out further. Oh, boys got a little bit confused in the offense there. Forcing the turnover. Liam Moss will get to the rim. Find himself at the charity stripe. The referee waves away the basket. The foul was assessed to number 4, Bryn Williams. He's second.
Substitutions. Dash goes out and
Gerald is in.
Fitzgerald goes in.
Moss makes the first. I would have led to believe there'd be no love lost between these two clubs. They would have had many of clashes over many years, from juniors right through to now. Maria?
Absolutely, these guys would have been playing since they were in under 14s, really.
Yeah, really, that's
Yeah.
right. Against each other, so there's been a lot of history here, I'd say.
Yeah.
Bit of bragging rights.
A lot of bragging rights, but also the fact that they know each other, they know their weaknesses, and they obviously know their strengths, so they'll always, play to the other people's weaknesses.
So Moss is looking to explore. No good. Turns it over. Right. Max Wallner gets the foul. He's probably lucky to get away with that as a standard foul. Substitutions are coming in. He'll get asked to tuck his singlet in, surely. Or maybe not. So the Hornets have a chance here to either take the lead or turn it over. And Mattoon down the lane finds his way. Lost opportunity there for the Hornets. They could have taken the lead or actually tied it up. They've turned it over. Marcus Duffy on the back door. Finds his partner in crime. Number 8 for the Hornets.
William Hodequist. That sounds very Swedish, actually.
Hugervorst.
Hodgevurst.
There you go. if that's Swedish, you should be able to pronounce that.
Hugervorst. No, that it would be German or Dutch. Probably German, actually.
Sounds like German.
Yeah.
Bring on the Swedish chef, we say, hey? Booty, 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 boot, boot, boot. I had to get that one in for Jeffrey. He asked me to do that one.
He asked you to do that one, did he? Oh, this is for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Would you want booty, 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 booty,
boot, boot.
boot, boot.
To all the fans listening out there, it's a little bit of a
Inside joke.
in-house joke within our organisation. Great defence there by Liam Moss. Slaps the ball out. Could hear that was all leather. Oh, too easy there. 2 points.
Sorry? No, that's fine. I can't hear you.
Oh. Blocked. Stolen.
Transition.
Comes Johnson.
And the block.
Hills pretty happy with that call. We've got a lot of Hills fans here today, as you can hear. Not so many Comets fans, but there's more Hills fans down this end rattling the stands.
Absolutely.
Right beside our Steve Burke would have brought a bus load up. I saw Steve there earlier.
I can see Karen.
With a big smile on her face.
With a massive smile on her face, absolutely. And Steve is standing in the corner.
So the Hills Hornets hit that three in the corner with Marcus Stuffy. Brings it back to a 1 point ball game, and a timeout is called on the floor by the Sydney Comets. They need to talk about this and see what they need to do to recoup.
So, have you heard about Active Kids?
Absolutely, I have. My kids are using Active Kids.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep.
So, did you know that from 1st of July this year, the parents and guardians and carers can apply for a second Active Kids voucher this year?
Yes, I did.
So, if you are unaware of this, parents out there that want your kids to play basketball, you can have a second Active Kids voucher this year valid at $100. That will take you to $200 for the year. And you can obviously redeem your Active Kid voucher at any of your affiliated associations. So contact your local basketball association to learn more about it.
Once again, what a great initiative from the government to be able to provide $200 per child in your family to play sport or be active.
Absolutely. And it is a significant initiative. We do have some of the other states that have a small program like that at $50 per family. The fact that New South Wales government has invested in a 4-year program that initially started at $100 has gone to $200 a year, I think is a fantastic initiative to keep kids active.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fantastic that our government gives us an opportunity for our kids to do that. So get around it. Log on to your Service New South Wales log in and get your voucher today and head on down to a basketball association near you. Yep. And we'll be gladly help you out, one of our associations.
Absolutely. Happy to help anybody that would like to join and play and in the fun.
Absolutely, yep, good. Back to the action. Coming in from the timeout, the Comets are on the move. Kicks it into Max Waratah. Great hands there by Jaden Prakash. Comes up with a steal. Here's a chance for now the Hornets to take the lead for the first time this. Turned it over. Unlucky. So the basket will be counted. Marcus Duffy gets the foul. And the two will get the bonus at the free throw line. As I said, just when you think the Hornets are just going to take that lead, then they turn it over and the Comets capitalise down this end, and that's a 4-point play. Like, back to 4 points.
I think this is what you described at the beginning of the game. They've been neck to neck all season, really.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I think it will play out in the fourth quarter today and see who's going to be ahead of the game. So.
Crash doesn't see it. Johnson on the move. Kicks it in to Warner. A little bit rushed.
substitution for the Hornets.
Liam Moss is back in. Marcus Duffy to the bench. The thing about this Hornets team, they go pretty deep down the bench. When they make substitutions, you're not losing too much when they make their subs. The Comets probably aren't in as depth. Missing one of their key players today, that Bryn Williams. He's absolutely been sensational this year during the season. Averaging 16.23 points per game. He's taken 42 three-pointers, including that one there. And then attacked the basket, unlucky. Liam Moss is clearing it out. Looking to attack it. Kieran Fitzgerald with a rebound. Didn't hit the rim, so he's only got a couple of seconds. No good. Here come the Comets. Back-to-back triples for Bryn. No good. Two shots to come for the Comets. Makes the first. And Max Walner gets the rebound. Warner again on the glass. He's been a bit of a machine on the rebounding.
Yeah, he sure has.
Johnson for a triple. And Moss cleans it up off the boards. See what the Hornets have up their sleeve on this play. No good for Moss. Fading away from the rim. Tip back there, great athleticism. Great athleticism. Alexander Higgins Tishka. Crash.
Prakash, I was just going to say he's gone quite quiet in this quarter, and then he goes and does that.
And cashes in.
Yes.
Cashes in.
In the bank.
Warner no good. Oh, a little kick into the big guy. Puts up the up fake. Back to three-point ball game now. The Hornets have just slugged away at it. No good. Backs himself down there, but he can't find the rim. Good defense there by Liam Moss. Fitzgerald trying to overdo it. Tough basket.
Very tough
basket. Moss just finds a way. amongst the tall timbers and finds the basket. And a minute to go right now. Comets still up by 3, 47-44.
Down to the last minute of the first half. Substitution for the Hills Hornets.
And the Comets.
And the Comets as well.
Let's see what Hills have up their sleeve right now to get this done. Didn't find the basket there. Need to come up with a stop here. Denied access. The crash. With the cash.
With the cash. Taking it to even with 10 seconds to go in the first half.
No good.
Oh.
Referee says he's bad. He made the wrong. Changed the call. 0.3 of a second to go. One wouldn't think they can get this shot off. Good attempt by Kieran Fitzgerald. But there we have it, half-time here in the Youth League Men's semi-final. All tied up at 47 apiece, Maria. So we've got a great game of basketball ahead of us in the second half.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see this team going all the way neck to neck until the final buzzer.
We'll take a short break and be back with everyone shortly. So if you're online watching, we'll be back shortly in about 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to our online viewers to the Breakers Stadium here in Terrigal. We're at half time of the Youth League Men's Division 1 semi-final, and it's all tied up at 47 apiece. Just to give you a recap on the leading scorers. For the Hills Hornets, Jaden Prakash has 18, Liam Moss has 10, and Marcus Duffy, he has 6. And for the Sydney Comets, Matu Maluch has 13, Bryn Williams has 7, and William Johnson, has 6. And Alexander, just need to get his last name because I can't see it on the screen. Alexander Higgins Tishka. Alexander McDonald it is. He has 9. So stage is set for the second half of this semi-final. The winner of this one will join the winner of the one that's been played out on court 1, which is quite close at the moment between the Central Coast Crusaders and the Penrith Panthers. It's been a stellar season, this Division 1 Youth League men. Most teams have been able to, in this league, have been able to beat each other at least once. And it came right down to the wire to get the final 4 for this weekend here at the Breakers Stadium for the Spalding Waratah League finals. The proceedings are about to get underway in about 22 seconds time, where the Comets have the possession arrow in their favour, and we'll re-enter into the third quarter. All tied up, Maria.
All tied up. It's like we're starting all over again.
0-0.
Yes.
0-0. Maybe the Swedish chef might come out and help us. Big shout.
I think we're just going to need to ask for fika. That's what we need. We need fika.
Fika would be good.
Yeah.
If there's anyone out there that can bring us some fika. For those that know what fika is, it's a Swedish tradition. Would I be right in saying that?
Absolutely, Swedish tradition. Swedes are very social and very communal. It's basically, fika is people coming together to have a cup of coffee traditionally, but it's more to have come together to have a chat and a bit of a break. So it is a word, it's actually a proper word, fika. So.
And share all those beautiful pastries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely beautiful pastries. Yes. Yes.
Not that I need any pastries.
You know, the Swedes are actually the biggest coffee drinkers in the world, actually, and that's probably got something to do with the fact that we do fika.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure Jeff would agree that there's nothing wrong with drinking coffee.
There's nothing wrong with drinking coffee. There's got to be very special coffee for Jeffrey, but anyway.
Yeah, he's our coffee connoisseur in the office, right? So,
yes.
So Liam Moss finds both those free throws to take the lead for the first time for the Hornets in this match. 49-47. And Johnson lets go on the triple. Alexander Matu gets the ball stripped. Moss is doing a pretty good job on Matu. He's one of their key players for the Comets if they're going to win this thing. However, late in the shot clock, Fitzgerald for the stick back. Nothing but air. Bryn Williams coming at him. And 2. Max Warner. He's been pretty solid on the glass today, Maria. He's really been aggressive and got after it.
It's very aggressive under the basket. It's good to see that both teams are playing a really intense, high-skilled game. And the referees are actually keeping the games in control, but still letting them play out.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bryn Williams finds the bottom of the net with a triple. giving the lead back to the Comets. Crash finds Moss on the bounce. Back to Crash. Very good. Johnson's. Tisha on the break. I think he was lining up to dunk that. He got fouled on the way through. He'll be at the line to shoot 2 shots. Successful for the first. Finds the second, 50%. Giving the lead back to the Comets by 2. 51-49. 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. So the defensive intensity has been upped by both teams. Coaches would have addressed that at half time.
And they're 2 for 2.
Oh, Holton didn't know it, no? Matu for 2. Once again, the Comets push their lead out 53-49. Moss overdoing it. Warner just stops. Finds Johnson. Williams finding Warner on the end line. Foul was assessed to number 12 for the Hills Hornets, Zachary Stozic. He's got him on the hip as he's going around.
Matur has found his mojo.
On the spin move.
Yes, absolutely. And 2 down and 1 to go for the bonus.
That's what happens. They seem to find a way just to keep their head above water. Taking the sting out of the Hornets' attack.
And the bonus counts, and it takes the lead for Comets to 56 and the Hornets 49.
Big shout out to the Gosford City Rebels Club with our little floor wipers today. It's a long day for those kids.
Yeah, and the kids get really excited being part of the community and finals. I guess everybody has a role to play and give the kids an opportunity.
Yeah, to watch some good basketball at the same time and probably get the best seats in the house right there.
Absolutely. And then as long as they move away from the
from the big boys rolling in there.
Yeah.
Moss gets the block. Ziggy Kipayar finds the basket, draws the lead only back to 5, 56-51. And he's devastating. As you said, Matu's found his mojo. He's come alive in his second half. Tough shot. Under pressure there, Jaden Bacrash. Great hustle there by Jaden. For missing that shot. Put D1YM under some pressure. And the possession arrows in favour of the Hornets. We need a full reset. Kieran Fitzgerald, who's usually a key player in this team, has been quite quiet tonight and today. Moss, no good.
He's got a lot of minutes, and I think he's, even though he hasn't really been the top scorer in the front line, he's held the team together quite well with the point guard. I think he sets the tone for the team.
Absolutely.
When it comes to defense. So.
Substitutions are coming in for the Hornets. Marcus Duffy will check in. Kieran Fitzgerald, just as we were speaking about him, he'll take a well-earned rest. D1YM. It's the first. And finds the bottom of the net for the second. To push the Comets out by 8 now, 59-51, 5 minutes to go in this quarter. And Liam Moss puts the motors on but can't find the basket. Williams from deep. Finds the front of the rim. Finds a way, finds a gap.
Wow!
You didn't hear that, Deb. It's all right. So a blocking foul was assessed.
A blocking foul. It looked like an awkward fall, hence my sound.
That's all right. Let's give us the Swedish chef sound. That would have muffled it over. D1YM will be at the free throw line. Hasn't missed from there today. Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse, Maria.
Absolutely.
Should never say those sorts of things. Oh, he just rattles it in. Will be 1 from 2 there. 61-53, the Comets are in front. Crash looking to go, is denied access to the rim. Johnson. Looking for the early kick aheads. Johnson elevates above Duffy. Back out to 10 points now. The Hornets just haven't been able to find a way. Moss in the corner. Still no good.
Moving the ball really well, can't finish it.
Oh. Timeout's been assessed and called by the Hornets. They need to talk about this with the Comets leading 63-53.
So we have a program called Dream Hoops. And Dream Hoops is a program for kids that and families that may be challenged by paying big fees and playing basketball. And round 2 is just opened. And will close. At the moment it says that it will close in the middle of September. and we will look to extend that till the 14th of October. They will be updated this week. Dream Hoops is a program that is actually launched to help kids going into any of high performance programs, playing representative basketball, playing local comp, where your families are struggling to pay the fees and you're really keen to play basketball. So go onto our website and look for Dream Hoops. Your associations will help you with a support letter to apply for funding. In the first round, which was open in December of 2018 and closed in February of 2019, we had over 100 applicants of kids that received funding into various activities in basketball. So please go to bnsw.com.au and look for Dream Hoops.
Well, another great initiative, helping the youth of our basketball programs get through the hardship of making some of those high performance programs where the costs are quite high, or our representative programs. So what a fantastic initiative as well.
Yeah, and a shout out to League Basketball Foundations who are assisting us with funding into the Dream Hoops program.
Yeah. Without those guys, these things, we couldn't do these sort of programs, and it just seems to me that New South Wales seems to be the leader in these programs that are helping our youth with the Active Kids voucher and our Dream Hoops, and it's fantastic to see. Still a 10-point ball game. Kieran Fitzgerald finds the triple right on the buzzer. Takes the score out to 56 for the Hornets, 63 to the Comets. They need to come up with some stops here. The foul will be assessed to Kieran, number 6. Let's have a little chat to the ref about it. And 2 minutes 35 in this third quarter. Comets still have their nose in front.
And Bryn Williams makes both bonus shots.
65-56. Just under 2 minutes 30 to go in this quarter. It's been a real slog and a battle. The lead's changed 3 or 4 times in this quarter. Into the big guy. Little jump hook, no good. Substitutions for the Hornets. Fitzgerald out. Moss back in. Two no good. Under pressure near the rim. The Comets come up with a rebound. Alexander Tish fighting the rim. Going back to the basket there against his much smaller opponent. Moss. Rolling Stones gather no moss. Finds the triple. Keeping in touch at 67-59. 1 minute 20 to go in this quarter. Shoots the air ball under pressure. Minute 14 to go. And hope the Hornets can get this back to 5 or 4 going into the money quarter. He's got him for a foul coming through. It's the 4th team foul for the Comets. The next one, the The Hornets will be at the charity stripe. Just on a minute to go. Back in, back to 6 points, 67-61. Comets lead still. Hornets just got to come up with a stop here and maybe get the last shot of the game. Duffy on the defense. The two. Tough basket. There's the money man. He's been big in this quarter for the Comets. 69-61. The Comets might get a last chance to get a Hail Mary away. Shot clock's at 10, game clock's at 12. Oh, Johnson nearly makes it from three-quarter court. And there we have it, three-quarter time here at the Breakers Stadium. The Comets lead the Hills Hornets 69-61 with the money quarter to go, 1 quarter to go. The season's on the line for either of these teams. And they'll join the winner of the Crusaders versus Penrith
Panthers.
Which has been played out on court 1 at the moment, maybe nearly over.
So tomorrow on Sunday, during the halftime of the Championship Men's Grand Final, be sure to tune in as Basketball New South Wales will be announcing the 2019 Basketball New South Wales Hall of Fame inductees. The Hall of Fame dinner will be held on Saturday the 2nd of November at Ridges Mount Panorama in Bathurst, and tickets are on sale now. So head over to www.bnsw.com.au/state conference to learn more. We are inducting 11 inductees.
Wow.
For this year, and we obviously have the category of legends. So we're very excited to announce the actual inductees tomorrow. So be sure to tune in at half-time of the Championships Men Grand Final.
It's going to be a terrific weekend out there at Mount Panorama at the Ridges where we're hosting our state conference.
Absolutely. I think we're having a significant number of our associations that have already registered to attend the conference. We are starting a planning process for our strategic plan for 2021, where we're hoping to get the kickstart at the conference and to really set the foundation what we want the strategic plan for our sport to be from 2021 to 2024. So
absolutely, and we've got some great keynote speakers as well throughout the event, and then including, like you said, the Hall of Fame dinner also taking place at the same time. So head over to our website and check out the state conference on bnsw.com.au. But in the meantime, we're about to get underway for the final quarter of this Youth League Men's semi-final between the Sydney Comets and the Hills Hornets. And it's a 8-point ball game with the Comets leading 69-61. But there's going to be some terrific games all weekend here at the Breakers Stadium. We've got some champ women games, Division 1 women's games coming up, and some champ men's games. Also a bit later on, which is going to feature some of the local teams as well. Looking forward to the call on those games. It seems that the Hornets have come out a little bit more hungrier. And Liam Moss goes to work downstairs. Back to 6 points, 69-63. Maybe the Hornets have found that sting, Maria.
I think they need to keep that sting going at the back court.
Comets.
And stop Comets. At the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Comets have got some players that can really go to work in Bryn Williams. Moss comes up with a steal. No, he doesn't. Nelly gets his hands on that. They get that and make the layup. It's a shot clock's ticking down. It's at 7. Williams, absolutely devastating. He's a guy you cannot leave alone on the three-point line. 72-63. Crush turns it over. The Hornets need to dig in defensively here and see if they can come up with a couple of stops in a row. Weather the storm. Number 2 doing his thing. 74-63. Back to 11. Ziki Kippenau with the rebound.
Matul for the steal. And the transition.
Disco with a dunk. Throws it down with authority. 13-point ball game, 76-63, 7 minutes, 20 to go. Williams will be assessed with a holding foul. Sydney Comets have only really rotated 7 players today. Alexander Tish's 3rd personal foul. Trying to push his way through the screening action. Highly illegal. Cash. No good. Warner, no good. Oh, foul. On William Johnson. That's his first. Still a 13-point ball game, 76-63. 6 minutes 28 to go in the final quarter, the money quarter. When your season's on the line, start playing a little desperate. You have to make your run at some stage. And Jaden Crash draws the foul. See him go to the free throw line, shoot 2 shots. Misses the first. And misses the second. Guard's going upstairs. And he's got Moss for the foul. And William Johnson about the free throw line.
Makes the first one. Takes the score to 77 for the Comets.
Two from two. The Comets extend the defense up the floor a little. He's calling for a foul on it.
I think, you know, the players know each other well. Equally, the referees and the players know each other well. They've been growing up together and, you know.
He's called an offensive foul. Would have been nice if he'd thrown that one down.
That would have been a good highlight after the game.
Absolutely. And Moss finding his way. Now's the time to make the run if you're going to make a run. Can't leave it too late. Otherwise, you'll find yourself at the wrong end of the winning circle. Getting some updates from the game inside. It's pretty close, apparently. Still hasn't finished, obviously. It's a one-point ball game out there. Moss, no good. Really needed that one to stay in touch. Comets have just been composed in this quarter and got through their offense. They run the flex a fair bit.
They're going to fight to the end.
Forced possession arrows in favour of the Hornets. Still 4 minutes 43 to go, so there's a long way to go yet. Anything can happen in finals basketball. Moss doing his thing. Back to 9. They got it back to single digits again. Hornets need to come up with a big stop here. And the coach of the Comets wants to talk about it. Force them into a timeout.
With 4 minutes to go, Comets are up by 78 to 67. And Basketball New South Wales would like to thank their official partners, New South Wales Office of Sport, Spalding, Carney Sports Marketing, PCYC, Cedar College, New South Wales, Sydney Kings and Sydney Uni Flames and Allied Careers for all the support you provide us during the year. And without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Yes, well, thank you to those guys. Fantastic. So it's 4 minutes to go here, and the Comets lead 78-67. And out on the court one, the Panthers are up by 2 points to go with 15 seconds to go.
Oh, that's very close out there. Interesting to see how that goes.
So a charge was called on Central Coast. And so it'll be the Panthers ball out there. In the meantime, we've got a ball game here that we're on. Thank you to all our online viewers watching from wherever you might be right now. The Hornets need to come up with something big here to stay in this game. The ball's in the hands of the right person. He's been doing it all today. 80 to 67, 3 minutes 30 to go. Hills really need to lift it. Don't want to be a show here right now. Hills ball. Point ball game. Late in the shot clock. Runs into tall timbers. Three minutes to go, 13-point ball game. Again, Max Warner keeping it alive and keeping it in favour of the Comets.
Max Warner has been very strong on the offensive rebounds today.
Foul. Fifth personal foul. It's called on Alexander Tisha. 12-point ball game, 2 minutes 41 to go. I'm led to believe that Penrith are shooting 2 free throws out the other side. Probably to seal the game up. 69-80 here. And the clock's reset itself. Just what we need. So we have some technical difficulties. We'll fix the clock up. So full time on court 1. The Penrith Panthers have spoiled the victory for the Central Coast Crusaders. 80 to 76. The Crusaders, unfortunately, on their home court, have not prevailed this morning. The Youth League women went down to the North Sydney Bears, and now their much favoured Youth League men, who were the minor premiers, have bowed out of the finals as well to the Penrith Panthers. This shows what this league's all about. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. Fixed the bench technical issues, and we're back here with 2 minutes 30 to go, and the Comets lead the Hornets 80 to 69.
Hornets ball.
Bit of a rush shot there. Well, it was late in the shot clock, but Hornets really need to fire up here and They can get a triple, get it back to 8, get a couple of stops. And Moss, no good. Bryn Williams back at the point. He's controlling everything for the Comets today. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, he was a bit quiet in the first quarter and then certainly zoned the game for the Comets from the second quarter onwards, together with Matu.
Yeah, I think that's the key. If you've got a really good point guard that can control the tempo, control what you're doing, and then a couple of good bigs like the Comets have, you're on the way to being quite successful. That's been the story today for the Comets. They've really been composed and poised in their offense. Haven't rushed too many things, but they've also known when to go on the break or just walk it up. So that's the joys of having a point guard like Bryn Williams in your team. A bit like the gambler. You've got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Kenny Rogers.
I was waiting you to start singing.
Oh, I won't do that just yet.
And Moss for the 2.
Minute 30 to go. It's back to a 9-point ball game. The Hills are up the floor, applying the pressure to try and force. Here he comes, Bryn. And there's Max Warner again. He's been absolutely outstanding on the glass today. Kept them in the game a lot.
He certainly kept it.
And just like that.
The ball alive under the basket. And Matu has been the money man for the Comets today.
He just gives a little shush to the crowd.
So timeout, final timeout of the game with a minute to go.
And the Comets lead 82-71. The Hornets better find some tricks in the nest, or the hive, as they say.
I'm just reading the helpful notes on the last page.
About cliches?
Something about that.
I haven't used my one from 2 years ago yet, so...
I think we'll keep that one in the bank.
We won't let that one out. No. The Hornets have advanced the ball after that timeout. Here we go. They need a big play here. There's the triple in the corner. 74-82. Hornets are up the floor. Williams just takes control of it, throws it to Johnson. Still got 2 fouls, or 1 foul, before they get into the bonus. So there's a timeout again. Timeout on the floor. The Comets are up 82. Hornets 74.
So what game is up next, Scott, after this?
Well, I think there's a Division 1 women's game here. And a champ women's game out on the main court, I think. If I can remember correctly. Well, while we're looking for that. We want to thank CSM, our official apparel supplier to Basketball New South Wales. And all our officials and volunteers look great in their gear that CSM provide to us. And thank you to those guys for what they do for Basketball New South Wales and supplying all our officials and volunteers with great apparel.
And we're back with 49 seconds to go in the Comets' possession.
And backcourt violation. And another timeout is called.
Timeout. So on court one here at the Breakers Indoor Sports Stadiums, we are next going to have Newcastle Hunters playing Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Spiders in the Championship Women's first semi-final. And on court 4, we are going to have Division 1 women, the Wagga Wagga Blaze against the Tamworth Thunderbolts.
The clash of the country.
The clash of the country.
Far north versus the far south.
Yeah, it's actually the first one of the day. Later in the day, we're going to have the Coffs Harbour Suns playing the Queanbeyan Wolves.
Yowies.
They're the Yowies.
A mythical creature.
It is a mythical creature from the bush in Australia, absolutely.
The mighty Yowies.
I can tell some funny stories about Yowie stories with children being petrified, being in the bush in New South Wales, being threatened by the Yowies.
By the Yowies.
Yeah.
Oh, good on them. Well, congratulations to all our teams that have made the finals this weekend. It's been a long, long season. It all comes down to these games today in the semi-finals, and there'll be some terrific games later on, as Maria said. And then tomorrow is the big dance day. Taking the trophies. Moss. No good. Kieran Fitzgerald on the glass. Kicks it
Moss
out.
again.
No good. .30 seconds to go. I think the Comets have got this one in the bag. Surely we're not going to have another timeout.
And Matua to the line for 2.
Two makes the first. 83-74. 84-74, 10-point ball game, 30 seconds to go. Stepped out of bounds in the corner. And that should see the end of this game. The Comets leading by 10 with 24 seconds to go. Foul call with 11 seconds to go. We'll see Bryn Williams go to the free throw line. Put this one in the bag.
So Comets having this in the bag, with their top scorer for the whole season having gone back to college already.
Yeah, Reed Knowledge.
Reed Knowledge. It's a great achievement to go through to the grand final.
So they'll face the Penrith Panthers tomorrow here at Breakers Stadium. And there we have it, full time Sydney Comets take it out 85-74. Thank you, Maria, for your call.
Thank you, Scott.
I look forward to maybe doing another one a bit later on.
I'm looking forward to seeing you then. Thanks, everybody.